Hello, Chelsea fans. Wow, that's great. Welcome back. Mykhailo Mudryk's absence from Chelsea's squad has sent shockwaves through football fans, pundits, and even casual observers, leaving everyone with a mixture of confusion, concern, and speculation. The Ukrainian winger, known for his lightning pace, daring dribbles, and uncanny ability to change the course of a game within seconds, has not stepped onto the pitch for months. The reason, however, is far more complex than any ordinary injury, tactical omission, or personal issue. The reality is tied to one of football's most serious off-pitch matters. A doping investigation that has placed Mudryk in an unprecedented spotlight and challenged both his career and his reputation in ways few players ever face. In December 2024, Chelsea confirmed that Mudryk had been provisionally suspended by the Football Association following an adverse finding in a routine urine test. The news shook the football world. Meldonium, the substance identified in the sample, is strictly prohibited under FA and WADA anti-doping regulations, and even a single positive result can trigger a lengthy investigation, provisional suspensions, and potentially severe penalties. For a young player on the rise, this situation is nothing short of catastrophic. The announcement immediately sparked waves of commentary. Fans were divided. Some defended the player passionately, citing his previous clean record and dedication, while others speculated about the possibility of negligence or inadvertent ingestion. For Mudryk himself, the news was a profound shock. He publicly maintained that he had never knowingly consumed any prohibited substance, asserting that the result was a mistake, a misunderstanding, or possibly contamination. Behind the headlines and speculation, Chelsea stood firmly behind their player. The club released an official statement expressing full support for Mudryk, stressing that all players undergo strict anti-doping protocols and that the club would fully cooperate with authorities to determine the circumstances surrounding the positive test. Internally, the coaching staff, led by Enzo Maresca, emphasized their belief in the player's integrity, character, and potential. While urging patience as the investigation unfolded, Maresca's words were unequivocal. "We trust Misha. We believe Misha. He has our full support, and we are confident that the truth will emerge." While these assurances offered some comfort, the pressure on Mudryk was immense. The anti-doping regulations operate under the principle of strict liability, which means that a player is responsible for any banned substance found in their body, regardless of intent or knowledge. Even an inadvertent ingestion can result in serious consequences. The A-sample detection of meldonium was only the beginning. The B-sample confirmation, the formal FA charge, and the potential disciplinary hearings loomed over him like a shadow, threatening months or even years of his career if not addressed meticulously. In response, Mudryk enlisted the services of a specialized legal team, Morgan Sports Law, which has experience navigating high-profile sports doping cases. Together, they have focused on building a defense that centers on the possibility of contamination or inadvertent ingestion. Mudryk and his lawyers have stressed that no changes in diet, supplements, or routine could account for a deliberate violation. Every detail is being scrutinized. The sourcing of supplements, testing protocols, food intake, and even the materials used in his training environment are being examined to establish a clear narrative that supports his innocence. The process has been both exhaustive and emotionally draining. For a young player accustomed to expressing himself freely on the pitch, the sudden sidelining has been a profound psychological challenge. Mudryk has reportedly spent hours each day analysing footage of his past performances, not only to maintain his skills, but to understand areas where he can emerge stronger. He is engaged in intensive individual training away from the club facilities, maintaining peak fitness while awaiting the resolution of the case. Every sprint, every dribble, every shooting session has been conducted with an acute awareness that his career hangs in the balance. Chelsea, meanwhile, has had to balance public communication, squad management, and long-term strategy. Keeping a player of Mudryk's caliber motivated and prepared while also respecting the regulatory process requires a delicate equilibrium. Maresca and the technical staff have been discreetly involved, offering guidance, maintaining morale, and ensuring that the player's skills and confidence do not diminish. Despite months away from competitive football, reports indicate that the player has adapted to this new reality with remarkable maturity. His approach to training has evolved. He is focused, methodical, and patient, recognizing that a measured, intelligent approach is the only way to protect both his career and reputation. Each day spent away from matches has been treated as an opportunity to learn, reflect, and improve, making him not only physically stronger, but mentally resilient. Publicly, the situation has created waves of debate across media platforms. Journalists, former players, and analysts have all weighed in, some emphasizing the strictness of anti-doping rules, others sympathizing with Mudryk's predicament. The player's social media presence has been minimal, a conscious effort to avoid distractions and potential misinterpretation of his actions during a period when even minor comments could influence public perception or regulatory assessment. Behind the scenes, Chelsea are reportedly planning his eventual reintegration. While no official timeline exists due to the pending resolution of the case, internal sources suggest that once he is cleared or sanctioned with minimal restriction, the club intends to reintroduce him strategically, ensuring he can regain rhythm, confidence, and full match sharpness without the risk of compounding pressure or scrutiny. The potential impact of Mudryk's return cannot be overstated. Chelsea's attack, which has sometimes lacked unpredictability and vertical dynamism, could be reinvigorated by his presence. His pace, vision, and ability to destabilize opposing defenses make him one of the most potent threats in the Premier League when fully engaged. Strategically, the coaching staff see him as pivotal to implementing more flexible formations and creating space for midfielders and strikers alike. Beyond tactics, there is the psychological dimension. The return of a player who has overcome such a high-profile and challenging situation could galvanize the squad, inspire younger players, and re-energize the fan base. Mudryk's journey has become a symbol of resilience. The narrative of a young athlete confronting one of the most difficult challenges imaginable, navigating legal, professional, and emotional minefields, and striving to emerge stronger and wiser. While uncertainty remains, and while the outcome of the FA process could dictate his immediate future, the signs are encouraging. Reports from training sessions suggest that Mudryk's physical condition is excellent, his technical skills intact, and his mental focus sharper than ever. He has cultivated patience, strategic thinking, and discipline, qualities that may ultimately allow him to reach new heights in his career once he is back on the pitch. This period of enforced absence, while challenging, has paradoxically provided a form of growth and preparation that would have been difficult to achieve under normal circumstances. Mudryk is learning to manage scrutiny, pressure, and expectation at an unprecedented level for a player of his age. Observers note that the combination of physical preparedness, mental resilience, and legal strategy has positioned him not merely to return, but to do so as a player of more complete capability and awareness. In the broader context, Chelsea's handling of the situation reflects the complexities modern football clubs face in balancing regulatory compliance, player welfare, and competitive ambition. The club's support, combined with Mudryk's personal resolve, may serve as a model for managing similar situations in the future. The unfolding story has captured worldwide attention, not just for its sporting implications, but for its human dimension. Fans across Europe and beyond are following every update, eager to see how this chapter will resolve, and hopeful that Mudryk will soon resume playing at the level that first earned him recognition as one of the brightest young talents in world football. If he does return fully cleared, his comeback would represent a triumph over adversity, a vindication of personal integrity, and the restoration of faith in a career that had been suddenly put in jeopardy. The narrative of Mudryk's silent struggle, his diligence, and his strategic preparation during enforced absence has the potential to become legendary within Chelsea lore, serving as an example of how determination, support, and careful planning can overcome even the most daunting professional obstacles. Every element of the journey, from the initial shock of the test, the legal strategies employed, the private training regimen, the support from the club, and the psychological resilience developed, culminates in a scenario where his eventual return will be more than a routine resumption of duties. It will be a narrative of survival, growth, and future promise. Chelsea, the fans, and football observers around the world are now left with anticipation and hope. The player who has been missing from headlines for months may soon step back into the light, not merely as the fast, talented winger of the past, but as a stronger, wiser, and more mature athlete prepared to meet the challenges of top-level football with renewed focus and commitment. Mykhailo Mudryk's story, still unfolding, reminds us that in professional sport, challenges off the pitch can be as defining as moments on it, and that resilience, support, and determination often shape the greatest comebacks.